Hi guys, it is Tuesday night. It is currently 7:20 p.m. My daughter is down for the night and it is time to start our planning and packing for DR. We are leaving Thursday morning. We have lots to do. I wrote down a few things that I have to do for the house. I would like to vacuum and mop. Obviously I need to clean out the fridge because we can't leave anything that is gonna go rotten. For tonight, I want to pack my husband's stuff because I'm helping him out since he's working. I want to get him a head start. Pack his stuff, pack my daughter's stuff, diaper bag, all the things. And I'm going to try on some outfits for myself because being 30 weeks pregnant and going to a very hot place, it's going to be hard to know exactly what to wear. That's pretty much it. Let's get to packing. So I feel like I'm the hardest to pack for because of the belly. Let's see what we can find. Neutrals for sure. Black dress, linen pants, this linen shirt. Wearing one of my blue shirts, leaning towards the lighter one. This one, one of these lighter ones, not sure yet. This pink pajama set and this tropical print pajama. These shorts, for tops, I'm going to just do an assortment of tanks that fit the bump. So I have this burgundy brown wine color, a baby blue, a striped black and white. Next will be shoes and accessories. I am going to bring obviously flip-flops, some sandals, maybe my flats. And for purses, I love this because I love to use my little summer clutches and bags. I have this little purse. It was rough. Clearly this baby girl is having a rough day, but we made it and we're about to relax. Stay tuned for some nice little vacation footage. Good morning guys, happy Friday. Today's actually my birthday. I'm about to enjoy some poolside time. We actually had quite a rough night where she had a hard time sleeping, so obviously we had a hard time sleeping. But at least it's a beautiful day, it's hot, it's sunny, it's beautiful. We're just gonna enjoy. Bad place to spend your birthday at all. I mean, literally paradise. My daughter had a really hard time falling asleep and she was crying a lot. We tried so many different things. We built her literally a tent around the crib so she could have her dark, safe space, what she's used to at home. The sun is so bright. But she was having such a hard time falling asleep. So we, after trying many different things, we decided, okay, we're gonna let her cry and decide, you know, we tried what we tried and let's see if she will just, you know, tire herself out. And understandably so, somebody screamed and knocked at the door really loud because she had been crying for a while. And yeah, it was kind of upsetting because one, like, don't come for my baby like that. But two, because it's like, it's not like we're a bunch of teenagers being loud and obnoxious at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, obviously we're doing our best and this is our vacation too. We're trying so hard. And I guess maybe this is why people dislike when people travel with kids, or they say that get all your travel out because once you have kids it's over. But I live to debunk that because first of all, like, I would never want to travel without my kid. Like, I enjoy a couple nights or a little getaway with my husband, of course I do, but being a family and being here together, even though it's challenging and exhausting, it's so special. And it's so nice to see her play in the water, in the sand, explore new things, see new places. So I would never leave her home or park her somewhere, you know? So I just live to debunk that myth that once you have kids, your travel days are over, because I am set on bringing them everywhere. And it helps that my husband is truly fantastic. Like, he does everything. He's so helpful. He really does a lot of the work to make it so smooth, especially now that I'm super pregnant. But I hope that moms out there and dads out there feel empowered and encouraged to still go on vacation and still treat themselves to a nice family vacation, even if the people around you judge you or don't understand or, you know, laugh at you. I don't know. But I hope that you can get a nice vacation in. It is 3:30 p.m. and I just came from a facial that my husband treated me to for my birthday. I haven't even looked at myself in the mirror, so I don't know what I look like, but that was fantastic. I feel like a brand new woman. It was great because it was a facial, but also a partial massage. So I feel like all the tension has gone from my body, maybe from the travel, from the pregnancy. I don't know, but it was fantastic. I usually have such a hard time relaxing, but this was great. Hubby surprised me with a little celebration, which was very sweet. I was not expecting it. And anyway, now we're gonna walk back and watch some trash reality TV and call it a night. Good morning, guys. I just wanted to give a quick update on how things are going here. It's Thursday the 29th. We've been here a week and everything has been going very well, except for yesterday. My daughter spiked a very high fever and she wasn't really eating or drinking, so we took her to the clinic on site and the doctor did an evaluation, and then we decided to go to the clinic in Punta Cana in the city to just kind of make sure that she would get the fluids and some Tylenol for her fever because she hadn't been taking it. So it ended up being quite a long day and it was so rough to see her just obviously not feeling well. It was just hard to see and watch, so it was kind of rough and emotional, but it's just a flu, you know, it's normal, it's understandable. We've been out and about, she's been around so many people and kids, and obviously the weather, so many factors. We've been traveling. I left the room to go have some breakfast while my husband rests a little bit more with her, and she fell back asleep. So I am going to enjoy the breakfast, and breakfast has been my favorite part of the day here because I love breakfast in general, but it's just peaceful, calm, quiet. The light, the temperature, everything is just great in the morning. I'm going to go enjoy some breakfast and keep you all posted. Pretty much had the same breakfast every single day, which was a big bowl of fruit and a plate of croissants with Nutella, obviously. Had one of their juices daily and scrambled eggs with a side of plantains. Hey guys, it is Friday the 30th and today is our last day here. We're going to enjoy the pool one last time. Then we have dinner reservations for, I like to call it the cook in your face place. It's like the hibachi Japanese grill. So I'm excited for that. Daniel got a massage, I got a facial somehow. And now we're just gonna have our last hurrah in the pool. But stay tuned because I am going to try to film tomorrow and how we travel with a toddler at 32 now, weeks pregnant. Here's our last night. Oh, excuse me. Daddy's girl much. Happy Saturday. This is our last morning here. This is my little airport. It's 1,000,000 degrees. Get ready with me. Yeah, we had to go to the ER, as I shared earlier, and it was fine. Everything worked out. Everything was good, but it was just a little bit overwhelming. We made it. She's feeling better, no fever. It's just been fantastic, honestly, to be here and not have to worry about cleaning the room or making the food or cleaning up the floor after the food, you know, just like the daily things that start adding up and making you extra tired and fatigued after a whole day of being home with a toddler. But at the same time, it has had its challenges because obviously when you're in a different place or don't have the same routine, it really messes them up. Really are creatures of habit. I can attest to that now. Now we have to go back to reality and no more lollygagging. We have to get ready for this baby. There's a lot of nesting and home projects that I want to tackle when I get back. We're not going to switch Nora to a toddler room just yet. She'll stay in her crib. We decided to keep her space and routine as it is just because there obviously will be so many other changes in her life. How exciting and terrifying at the same time. But I am excited, I'm ready. I'm honestly just so curious to see what he looks like and hold him and the newborn smell. I'm so excited about that. I know it's gonna have its challenges because of our work-life schedule, but this time I told myself that I have to be willing to ask for more help. That's something that I'm not really the best at. We're gonna do our best. I think that's honestly gonna be it for today, for the airport. I'm going to finish up packing, grab a coffee, and get things rolling. Before we leave, I wanted to quickly show how we had set up the room. This right here on this little counter area by the trash was our changing station. She had her diaper bag, swim, and play toys right here. This is where we put the crib. This was originally the reading nook. We actually had the slumber pod tent over the crib. I will put the image of that on the video. We had it over here and she did pretty well. This is where Daniel and I kept our luggage the whole time, which a little bit precarious, but we actually did a great job at keeping everything organized because it took me no time to pack at all. So I'm happy about that. And that's our bed. So it was honestly really great. We had a little patio and over here we had the toilet and the shower, and this was the bathroom with the tub. All right guys, so everything is packed up and ready to go. I am going to go to the little coffee shop to enjoy one last iced coffee before we leave. We'll check out at noon. We'll see if we can still go to the buffet for a quick snack before we leave at 1:30. The car is gonna pick us up and then we'll head to the airport. By the way, I had every intention of working out during this trip, but I quickly realized that I was hitting 10 to 11,000 steps a day and sweating so much. So I actually didn't go to the gym once, and I'm actually pretty okay with it because just the thought of sweating, putting in all that work was exhausting me. You see, I'm out of breath just walking from the room to a different area of the resort because it is a huge resort. So we were hitting quite the steps every day. Goods have been secured and now off to find Daniel and Nora somewhere around here. Hi guys, so we made it. We are at the airport. Everything was super smooth. The driver arrived perfectly on time. Security, check-in, everything was smooth, and it makes a big difference when you're traveling with a toddler. We are at the gate now, going to feast on some greasy fast food, and we'll take off. Hopefully everything goes according to plan and it's a smooth flight. Punta Cana Airport has a kids zone. Like, how cute! How cute! home, as you can see, and it has been so nice to be back. I needed a few days to recuperate, but I wanted to come here and just kind of share how it was traveling with a toddler, especially the flight portion of everything, because at the resort, at the all-inclusive, it was great. We had so much help in terms of cooking and cleaning, so Dan and I were tag teaming a lot, but it was mostly in terms of time management and activities that we wanted to do. But the travel portion with a 20-month-old, that was probably the most challenging part. And I wanted to share a couple things that really helped us. First of all, don't feel guilty about the YouTube screen time. Do not feel guilty. It is a tool that is accessible to us today. I do not know how our poor parents did it, or even like 10-15 years ago how parents did it, but in moderation and controlled, it can be a great tool to allow you to have some time to yourself or to contain energy. We had her as an in-lap infant, and sometimes that can be very challenging in itself, because obviously there's no room for yourself, let alone for yourself and a toddler and all the stuff that they have packed up with them. But we made it work, and Daniel was on the aisle side with her on the way back, which we thought in the end maybe wasn't the best idea, because she was so distracted by everything around her. She couldn't even focus on taking a nap on the way there. On the other hand, she was in the middle seat with him, and she actually did fall asleep. So something to keep in mind if your toddler is very interested in their surroundings. Another helpful tip was obviously to have so many snacks, and everybody says this, but have all the snacks you can have and a great variety of them, so that you can just keep them entertained that way. I personally purchased 2 new toys. One was a coloring book, a no mess water-based coloring book, and one was a kind of like a busy book kind of toy, and it was little clasps and things for her to lock in together. For some reason it didn't really work. She is very interested in those things, but for some reason it's like she knew that we were trying to trick her and be busy on the plane, but it didn't really work. So majority of the time we relied on pre-selected cartoons and videos and nap time. And it was hard for me to help Daniel, because obviously I have a big belly, so we try to be careful not to get kicked and pushed around in the belly. So that was also a little bit challenging, but other than that, we let her run around as much as possible. We gave her whatever food we were having. We tried to make sure that she was changed before the flight and right after the flight, since it was just a 3-hour flight. There was, unless obviously there's a soiled diaper, there's no real reason to have to change on board. But she was fine with that. But mostly it's just kind of a survival game. And I think it's more so managing your own expectations and knowing that it could be challenging, and it will have some annoying moments, and being prepared for that. But other than that, it was successful, and now it's good to be back. It's so good to be back after a long trip, especially because we managed to tidy up and clean the house a little bit before we left, and we started getting right back into routine. We had appointments, unpacked everything, did the laundry, started up with our weekly activities, and it's just good to be back. But it was such a great trip, even with all the challenges and the ups and downs. It was just so special to be able to be there together as a family. But like I said earlier in the video, I live, and my husband as well, we really enjoy debunking certain parenting myths or parent myths, how you can't travel or have a good time with kids. And I think it's just a matter of knowing what season and stage you're in and being okay with that. And I think there will be
a new season with new challenges right around the corner, but with new joys and adventures as well. So thank you so much for watching along this travel vlog in the DR at an all-inclusive resort. If you are interested in knowing where we stayed, let me know in the comments and I will link you the location, and I will also try to link all the tools and toys and things that we use to travel. But thank you so much for watching.